The Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker's teaser trailer just debuted 2 days ago over at Star Wars Celebration in Chicago, causing a lot of people to talk about what in the world is really going on with Emperor Palpatine, Luke Skywalker's dialogue, and Rey's path in this movie. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, of course, the biggest mystery of all, the meaning of the title. Now, we do know that J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy have been answering tons and tons of questions related to what the meaning of the title really is, and they have stated numerous times through all different interviews that they actually did this intentionally in order to really keep the fans mystified and pretty much questioning themselves exactly what does the Rise of Skywalker really mean? Isn't Luke Skywalker dead? What's going on here? Now, in my point of view, I don't think it necessarily has to do with Luke Skywalker full-fledged, coming back to life per se. It could have something to do with the origins of the Skywalker bloodline, which we do know that in this movie there will be revelations of the Skywalker bloodline as well as the origin of the name Skywalker itself. So, partially that's their actual meaning and the reason as to naming it The Rise of Skywalker, but there most certainly is a whole lot more to the story itself. Now, what's really intriguing about this movie is that through many of the interviews through Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams and crew, we actually did in fact learn that the meaning of the title is actually going to change Star Wars history and is going to cause saga-wide implications. So the Rise of Skywalker, a lot of people have been trying to figure out exactly what the title really means, and now that we do know that the title alone, which basically is telling us the exact meaning of the movie in and on itself, is really going to change the Skywalker saga and change the Star Wars history as we know it. So with that being said, we do know that the Rise of Skywalker has multiple meanings, as said by J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy. And it really is a puzzle at this point, right? All the pieces are really scattered across, the entire internet. Nobody really knows exactly what it really means down to the core here. But we do know one thing and one thing only, is that this movie really is going to explore different aspects of the origins of the name Skywalker, as well as new revelations of the Skywalker bloodline, and that is a partial connection to the title itself. So the fact that the title for Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, is going to change Star Wars history, is this a big risk by Disney and Lucasfilm? Is this a bad or a good decision on their part? And are they really playing with fire here, kind of changing Star Wars history as we know it? A lot of people are starting to believe that maybe the Rise of Skywalker refers to Emperor Palpatine, quite possibly being the original Skywalker, since he perhaps created the Skywalkers. This was somewhat teased in, of course, the actual comic line of Darth Vader a couple of months ago in the final issue. We do actually see in the spirit realm, when Darth Vader's going through that realm, we do see that he witnesses Emperor Palpatine behind Shmi Skywalker initiating the birth of Anakin Skywalker. So it's very possible that this is going to be revealed to be Anakin Skywalker's father, that Emperor Palpatine all along was the one that created the Skywalker bloodline. And now you can really see how all the dots are starting to connect. However, that's just, what a lot of fans are thinking right now. The fact that the title is going to change Star Wars history, and how the title is hinting at the shocking revelation at the very end of the movie that will have saga-wide implications, I think is really a big risk by Disney and Lucasfilm if it's not played correctly, right? So I think a lot of fans are really in a mix right now. There's a lot of fans that say they really hate the title, they dislike it, they say it's not right. There's other fans that really love the title and fully embrace it, like myself. And there are others that are kind of in the middle. My only issue is that I wish the title was shorter, just like The Last Jedi, how it's nice and fast and nice and short. I would have preferred, something more around the lines of A New Order or something like that. But guys, I gotta say, since this is 40 years in the making, it's only proper to have the name Skywalker in the title, and I honestly like that. It changes it up, right? We've never had a name in a title before in Star Wars history within the Skywalker saga, so this makes a lot of sense. The first Star Wars movie to have an actual name in the title was Solo, a Star Wars story, with it just being called Solo, right? And now they're doing Skywalker, right? So, The Rise of Skywalker. So the name actually being in the movie only makes sense in order to honor the Skywalker bloodline and what really is the glue of the Star Wars franchise. So what do you guys think about the title itself and how it is going to change Star Wars history? Is this a bad or a good move by Disney and Lucasfilm, Kathleen Kennedy, JJ, and crew? And like I say, I'm very happy that they chose the logo to be colored blue. It only makes sense that they went from yellow to red to blue, kind of changing it up in the sequel trilogy. Also note that every single Star Wars film in the sequel trilogy now begins with the. We have The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, of course, Rise of Skywalker. And in the prequels and the originals, they all didn't start with the pretty much with every single movie. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon.